Hey there everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of my Let's Not Play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate with Light Bowguns. On today's episode we will be killing the Qurupeco. Yes, that's the one. Had a couple recording errors. Yes, we're not even going to talk about that. Just to acknowledge that it happened. And we shall depart on this quest post-haste. Yes, onto Qurupeco. Good. Let us do it. As you can see, I am currently wearing Roggy armor. For those of you who have only been following this part of the series, rather than also the heavy bowgun portion, the Roggy armor allows me to have Shakalaka Rally. I don't think it gives me defense lock. Does it give me defense lock? Let me just check. Negate poison. And normal rapid up, which is really the reason, one of the main reasons I chose is the normal rapid up, because it gives a nice boost to all of your normal type shots, but also gives you 5 slots, which once we get some better charms, will become incredibly useful in gemming in a really good 4th skill. Negate poison is meh. It's pretty decent because there's a lot of Roggy and stuff that come around and try and mess you up, but overall it's just kind of a take it or leave it sort of skill. It's on there, so we want it, but really the main point is the pellet, not the pellet, the normal up. And this is the first, well, since most of the ammunition that we're going to be using is normal shot, you want to use that. And you're going to want to use it on Qurupeco in his face, unless he decides to scream or do weird stuff, in which case he'll puff out his throat in a great big red, weird looking chicken thing, like that, you saw from the back there. But when he does that, you want to shoot him there, because it does massive damage and is good and stuff like that. Although I just seem to be missing every possible opportunity to hit him there, so that's another thing. But until we get the chance, shoot him in the head, shoot him in the wings. He actually does take a fair bit of bullet damage on his wings. Not a whole lot, but enough. Plus, you want to break those to get flints, which you can use to make his heavy bowgun, which, whether you're using light bowgun or not, it's a good idea to get that heavy bowgun because it really does keep up very well as you not level up, but as you increase your difficulty rating from low rank to high rank to G rank. It keeps up very well, and in fact, on my main character, I used that bowgun almost exclusively from the time that I got it up until after I beat Dire Morales. So, incredibly good bowgun. I highly recommend it. Really just try and avoid getting hit by him. He does cause what is called Fire Blight, in which case he'll set fire to you and you will begin to lose health. This is a Rhinoplus. They are evil. Not intrinsically, but just by nature of being there, they're evil. They will mess up every hunt you're ever on. They don't care whether or not there's another monster in the area that is carnivorous towards it. They are going to spend their entire existence messing you up. People still talk about Wolframite being worse. Wolframite apparently got a huge nerf in this game because, as opposed to all the ones we used before, and he was a massive annoyance, yada yada yada. I don't care, because in Tri and in this game, the main villain is still Rhinoplus, and probably Rhinoplus. However you want to build that, still annoying. And now we have Jaggy here, because I was just having such an easy time with Qurupeco anyway. For those of you who cannot tell, that was sarcasm. Excellent case, an excellent example. Well, not an excellent example, but an example of perhaps the core, some might say, of American humor. I cannot get anything good going on this quest. Just nothing at all. I finally get a flinch, and we have Great Jaggy. Wonderful! Leave me alone! Alright, this is what the dung bombs are for. Because Jaggy needs to go find a new hobby. Like now. Right. Loading, good. Alright, good, we stopped it. And apparently, okay, you can all probably hear some cracks and stuff in the background, and those should not be there, because I happen to live in a motorhome park, and setting those off is illegal in the state that I live in, so yeah, someone is breaking the law. You're all witness to it, sort of. Anyway, like I said, when he puffs his throat out like this, just shoot him there. If you hit him enough times while he's doing that, you'll actually gain his buff, which is a good thing, obviously. If he's doing if it's green, you'll get health. If it's yellow, you'll get stamina. I hate this because I can never tell if he's going to area 3 or area 7. And then sometimes he just completely decides to mess it up and go to area 2 because he decides he can. I don't know. The game is not very well thought out in that regard, but everything else is pretty good. So he's not here. Told you this was going to happen. It looked distinctively like he was coming this way. But apparently I was wrong. So he must be in area 3. Anyway, there's something I was going to say before I went off the tangent about the fireworks going off in a highly flammable mobile home park, but we'll just gloss over that for the moment until it comes back to me. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I want it. Alright, good. Mine now. Aha! Ice shot to the face. Elementally, that might be it. He is weakest, well, obviously in the face, but he takes most elemental damage from ice, and then followed by water. That changes a little bit, I believe, on his alternate form, the Crimson Qurupeco, which we will not see until high rank. But for now, ice is super effective. Even more effective if you can hit him in the face. You can break both of his flints, like I said before. You can also break his face, his beak, which you want to do because you need all of those parts for his heavy bowgun, which I mentioned before, is something that you do want to get. If you can stop him from completing his calls, he will not receive any backup from Jaggy or Rothian or whatever happens to be on his list for the moment. High rank, you get Devil Joe most of the time, so be aware of that, and be afraid of that if you don't know how to fight Devil Joe, which is surprisingly most people. I say surprisingly because once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. You just have to make sure you don't get hit by him because he does hit you for a lot, and as a gunner, that's fairly deadly. In Blade Master, you get a lot more forgiveness for taking a hit, just because you have higher defense. Stop trying to call Jaggy. Alright, this is just... Okay, he's cap ready, that's good, but we don't have any traps, so we're just going to keep shooting him, and hopefully he stops. And it doesn't look like he's going to. No, he's out of range. Okay. Let's reload. He's going to area... I don't know. We're going to wait for him to go, because I always think he's going to go one way, and then he changes his mind and goes another. And I know this quest has taken a lot longer than it probably should have, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I would like there to have been, but there just ain't. So sorry for that. Here he comes down like so. And he's drooling, which is a sign that he's also fatigued. So he might just stay there and let us finish him off. Slightly unlikely though, because he's a monster and they don't like to die. And there he goes there. This is just taking so much longer than it needed to. I'm so sorry, everyone. Anyone who is... Although, honestly, if you're watching me for like professional tips and tricks, probably not the best place to come for, or professional times or anything. I do say this in just about every video I put out, that I'm incredibly bad at all video games. This one, no exception, and perhaps more so than others. And where did you just suddenly find all this pep and vigor from? I don't remember allowing you to have that. I know you're excited that Jaggy's here now, but that still doesn't let you do that. There we go. And now that he is dead, we can hopefully carve him without getting repeatedly hip-checked by Jaggy, like we did with the heavy bowgun quest, because that was just not as much fun as it looked like. Just trust me on that. I know it looked like a lot of fun to get thrown all over the map while you're trying to get oh-so-important cards from a monster, but just kind of take my word for it. It's not as fun as it looks. In fact, it was so much not as much fun as it looks. We're just going to try and at least break his frill, because if you break a monster, if you get a break on a monster that has one, I think they all actually have one, in another monster's quest, you can get rewards for it at the end of the quest. So if you can break its frill, that'd be just really spectacular, because then we'd have another Jaggy frill. And there we go. That's a good thing. We probably do not have the time to kill him. Just don't even think about it. We could have killed him otherwise in the quest, but I decided not to, because I was trying to get a halfway decent time on this, and everything conspired against me! But nothing I can do about it now. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. If you did enjoy, a like rating down below would be very much appreciated. If you did not enjoy, leave a dislike rating, tell me what a horrible person I am, tell me how bad I am at this game, that I should stop making excuses and just get better. But whatever the case may be, I do hope you did enjoy. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.